I began saying in the prior video, okay, first of all, like I said before, there is only one 180 degrees. One 180 degrees. 180 degrees happens once. Either it's up here or it's down here. 180 degrees equals that, okay? Red and white, okay, will create pink. Red and blue is baby blue. Red and yellow is a lighter yellow. Red and any color with white, most colors, basic colors with white, okay, will alter the color, okay, to become a smaller color of its own. White with red will create its own new color, calling it pink. Okay, we have to understand what 4 and 1 is. With 1 and 4, that will create 5. Okay, we don't need these two anymore. We can only have this one. Okay, with 1 and 2, we create this one. So the only two we actually need are 3 and 5. Get rid of 1 and 4 because it's in 5. Get rid of 1 and 2 because it's in 3. Now we have used 1 twice. So we automatically get 1, 5. 1, 3, 5 is the expression because we used it twice. 3 and 1, 3, 5 says ace. Okay. Inside the 1 is 6. So 6 automatically comes with 5. And 1, 2, 3 is already in 5. 1, 2, 3 are already in 5. Either it's a 2, 3 to equal to 5, or it's a 1, 4 equaling to 5. 2 and 3, because 2 can be turned sideways. Instead of being this letter over here, okay, it can be turned sideways and become this letter over here. This is the way your two letters, your 1, 2, 3, create your 5. Here's your 1, here's your 2, goes into 3, and to create the 5, this is what we have to connect the 2 up here. Okay, so we now understand that 1 and 4 will create the 5, but 1 minus 4 will not give you the 6. Because when 1 minuses from 4, there is no 6, because 1 lives in 6. There are polars of each other. If you ever think of the half-life and say me, minus is me, it means half. 22 for 9 and 13, 14 and 21 and 19, 54, number of the sun, minus, sun is backwards, me, half the sun of life is the spirit of 76. We spoke about this in the last video at the Roman numerals. Remember that M, D, V are all Roman numerals. It is 500, 1,500, and 05. The number to Mars, the passage of Mars, 1/4 of time. 1 and 4 and 4 and 1 stands for 1/4 of time. Okay? When you get 1 and 2, 1 and 2 stands for half the time. Okay? So 1 and 2, when you have this 5 over here, okay, this 1 and 2 is part of half. When it creates 3 and goes into 5, it becomes 1/4 of time, and 1 to 4 areas is 1/4. 1 and 4 go together as a quarter. 1 goes into 2, creating the half, because there's a separation between here and here, showing a half-life, recreating up in this corner over here, and recreating down in this corner over here. Okay, we have this done. Hold on. Oh, I said hold on. I get a little mixed up. So remember, in Roman numerals, what is missing is the C is missing in Roman numerals. Remember, this is the 22nd letter. 2 and 2 is 4. This is the 13th letter, the 04 letter, and the 22 letter equals to 39, equals to the sky. Plus 60, because it's 04, equals to 99, equaling to the Jupiter sky of the double birth. I, Captain. So now we're going to go C is the 100. So add 100 to 1505, you got 1605. Now you have L. C and L, these are both 3 and 3, equaling to 50. Okay, and then you have the 1605. Then you have the I letter, represents 1. So you have the 1, which is missing over here, and the X because it's the birth of 9/11. 11 added on to 1655 equals to 1600, and 66 equivalent in Roman numerals. Roman numerals to letter, where you get 39 plus 12 and 3, 15 equals to 54, number of the sun, plus 9 equals to 63, creation, plus 24 equals to 87, the gateway within the heavens. G and H is the letter. Now let's bring you into a little bit of a delusional area. Is this light hurting? Is this light hurting us? Is the light above hurting us? Can you see well enough? Understand that when you're playing cards, when you play Casino War, the ace is the most expensive one. The ace is the highest one. Okay? The ace is the highest one. It is the 14th card from ace to ace inside of poker because you can use them both ways. So if we go ending at 14, we can also start at 14. Okay? In cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 and 6 are the red sun is created by a total of 19 or 1/4 of time. This way it's one thing. 19 and 11 equals to a total of 30 and 0 equals 36. We always count two ways. This is 11 and 4. This is 12 and 3. This is 13 and 2. 1 and 3 and 2. 4 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. 3 and 3 runs through the queen. 11. Okay? The 11th card and the 4th card, this becomes 2. 4 and 2. 4 and 2. 4, 3, 2 is your combination. 1, 5, and 6 is what encompasses it. We only need the 1 because the 1 is already inside the 9. The 1 is what makes J and K the king. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Okay, remember the ace in blackjack is 11, 1 and 1 is 2. Therefore, in blackjack and in poker, we can say, and in many other games where the ace is 1, we have 2 and 1 by both aces. The ace is the 14, creates 5, 2, 1, or memory. Ace is the value, okay, of the 13th card. When you play Casino War, the smallest card is the 2. The value of the 2 is 58. The value of the ace, okay, is 14. 60, okay, and 44, which equals to communication because the word 4 equals 60, and teen is 44. 104 communication, add 6 for 0, 110, minus 6 equals to 98, the high sky of communication, altered current. When you have 14, when you take this way, you have 16, where you have the one spirit of the half-life. Understand 1 is with 6, okay? 1 is inside of 5, and that's why we connect 5 to 6. Okay, 1 is the opposite of 6. 1 is inside of 5, okay, making 5 and 6 connect together. But we cannot say that about 3. Although 1 is inside 3, 3 holds 4, and 4 is inside 6, but 3 is not inside 6. The 12th card is the queen. In war, the 11th card becomes the queen. In blackjack, the queen becomes 10. Her average is 11, 11, 11, 11. In blackjack, she's 10. In cards, she's 11. In war, she's 10 again. In blackjack and in war, the jack reverts to the 10th card. So this is small scenarios. Now we have 4 plus 1. 4 times 1 is 5 and 4 equaling to the sun. 5 and 4 is 9 to birth. When we go minus 1, okay, 4 minus 1 becomes 3. Plus 4 equals 7. Okay, 7 and 9 is 16, the one spirit of the half-life, and it's P, the letter P. This is the touchdown. That's what happens here. It creates the gateway. 3 and 4 DC are on the other side of the sun. This equals and stands for 1/4. This will create 3 and 2. 1 and 2, and remember, 1 and 2 is half of this. Half of this, half of this. Remember that. This is half of this, so this creates this. Another 2 will create this. 1 is in the center. 3 and 2 equals to your 5. 3 and 2 and 3, you have 5 and 3. 9, 5, 3, 7. 0 and 8, this is half of this, which is half the day. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, which they say the creating of the phoenix. So I'm just thinking of the sun and the moon, and I was going to show you something. Here is number 1. Here, you want to show number 1? Let's look at number 1 this way, right? You don't know how thick it is on paper. You don't know what kind of pen. You don't care what kind of pen. So this is number 1. So when I open and close, you see when I close 1, it takes up 3 positions. Here, here, and here. Here's in the 1 position. Open, close. 1, 2, 3. Open and close. So the answer to this is where it says 3, 1, 3. Here is 1, and here's basically what they call 0. Okay, here's the key, 1 and 0. Now, if I have nothing there, it's the whole space. The minute I put something here, I've divided two sides. Remember, the sun and the moon. Moon equals to 57. Sun equals to 54. And every single thing it took for me to get 5, and everything it took for me to get 7, because once you pass 1, everything else uses 2 numbers to create. The minute you pass 1, because everything is around 1, remember, everything is around 1. There's 8 and there's 1. There's 7 and there's 2. And not because I said it, but because of this and because of your calculator. Is my calculator under here? No, it's not. We all know that the face of our numbers are 9. We all know the opposites are 10. This is how we create our star system. 1, 2, which creates 3. There will be 3 spots here and 3 spots here, which are voids, creating 63. Every spot has a value of 5. You have 30 and 15 in this area. You have 35 and 10 in this area. You have 40 and you have 0, 5 in this area. If every dot was worth 6, in this area you would have 48 and 6. In this area you would have 42 and 12. And in this area you would have 36 and 18. This represents half. This is 1/8. 1/8 is what they run in a mile. It gives you 45. 45 is the total numbers. When you add up 1 through 9, it equals to 45. If you want to know what I'm doing, I am showing you how numbers touch each other, what it takes to relate to create numbers, and numbers is what is documented as what creates. So when we can use all the numbers. We're going to multiply by all the numbers just to see in what group they're in. Because remember, after 1 and 2, everything is part of something. The only thing that 1 and 2 come from is 1 splits 2. And once you got that, you result in 3. Then on 3, you have 1, 2, 3. Then you have 2 sides to 3. Once you have 2 sides to 3, okay, you automatically have what's inside of 4. Once you have what's inside of 4, these 2 numbers are the half-life. 6 is the half-life. 3 and 3. It splits this way. 1, 2, 3. I. See these 2 here? Connect these 2. This is the I. Connect these 2. This is the I. On this side, okay, it's the I standing up. On this side, the dot goes down. It becomes the exclamation point. What does exclamation mean? Find it on the 1 key. Okay, and remember, boom, 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 boom. It's the same thing as this. I can show you it this way. It looks like a 1. But if I tell you I'm spinning it, it's my propeller. If I show you it this way, it only looks like a dot. Perception, my friends, perception. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Paint your own. I'm in the bicycle house running bicycle cards.